Hello, my dear friend. I am Afrin Afzal and I am the student of Gopal Narayan Singh University. Today I am here to discuss about the topic of bubble shot. First, I am going to introduce to you introduction of bubble shot. Then I will share some important parts of bubble shot, like how bubble shot work, algorithm, implementing bubble shot, advantage and disadvantage. After then conclusion. Here, Introduction. Bubble sort is a simple sorting algorithm that works by repeatedly swapping adjacent elements if they are in wrong order. The algorithm repeats this process until the list is sorted. To optimize bubble sorts, one technique is to stop the algorithm early if it detects that the list is already sorted. This can be done by comparing the first element of the list with the last element, and if they are equal, the list is sorted and the algorithm can stop. After then, how bubble sort works. Here I am discussing three steps. Step 1. Compare the first element with the next element. The first element is compared with the next element in the list. Step 2. Swap the element if they are in wrong order. If the first element is smaller than the next element, if they are swapped. Step third, repeat the step 1 and 2 for the rest of the list. Like step 1 and 2 is repeated for the rest of the list until all elements are in the correct order. After then, here are the algorithm and pseudocode of the bubble sort. Uh, this is a sorting technique, like first pass, second pass, and third pass. Uh, you can see the at the first pass the element is not sorted, means it is not uh, in order. It means swapping is done in this portion. Swapping is done in this portion. You can see the second pass, the first two elements is sorted, 1 and 4, but the next element is not sorted, so the swapping is required in this portion. Similarly, we can repeat this step in third pass. Finally, element is sorted, like 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, all are in increasing order. This is sorting. Pseudocode, if the length of the array is 1, return the array. 2. Compare the first two elements of the array. If the first element is less than the second, swap them. Repeat step 2 and 3 until the length of the array is 1. After then, I will discuss what are the complexity of bubble sort. Here are the three types of complexity: best case, worst case, average case, time complexity. Best case. The best case occur when the array is already sorted. So the number of comparison is required is n minus 1 and the number of swap required is equal to 0. Hence the best case complexity is 0n. Okay. Now we can move the worst case. The worst case condition for bubble sort occur when elements of the array are arranged in decreasing order. In the worst case, the total number of iteration or passes required to sort a given array is n minus 1, where n is the number of elements present in the array. Okay. Of average case time complexity. The number of comparison is constant in bubble sort. So in average case, there are 0 n square comparisons. This is because irrespective of the arrangement of element, the number of comparisons 0 of n is same. Now we can move the calculation of the sorting. Like at first pass, number of comparison is equal to n minus 1, number of swap is equal to n minus 1. At second pass, number of comparisons is n minus 2, number of swap is n minus 2. Similarly, at third pass, n minus 3 and swapping also is n minus 3. Like similarly, we can repeat this step at nth pass. The number of comparisons is equal to 1. Number of swap is also is equal to 1. Now we can calculate the total number of comparison required to the sort the array n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 3 plus dot 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 2 plus 1. This is the technique for calculating the complexity. Now we can move the space complexity. Bubble shot has a space complexity of the 0 of n, 0 of 1, as it is only require a single pass through the array. After then, here are the function of bubble shot algorithm. This is this technique used to shorting the bubble. After that, we can move the implementing bubble shot. Description. Bubble shot is a simple sorting algorithm that repeated a step through the list. Compare adjacent elements and swap them if they are in the wrong order. It has a time complexity of 0 n square and it is not efficient for large arrays. Implementing. To implement bubble sort, we need to follow this step. Step 1. Create an array to be sorted. 2. Set the first element of the array to be the first element of the second array. 3. Compare the first element of the array with the second element of the array. If the first Step 4. If the first element is less than the second element, swap them and repeat the comparison with the next two elements. Similarly, step 5. Repeat the comparison swapping until the entire array has been sorted. I hope you can understand. Now we can move the testing. To test the bubble sort algorithm, we can create an array of random number and run the code to sort it. We can then compare the sorted array with the original array to ensure that it has been sorted correctly. Okay. Now we can move the advantage and disadvantage. This is most important portion of this topic. Advantages of bubble chart. Simple and easy to understand and implement. Work well for the small data sets and simple data structure. But here are some disadvantages of bubble chart. It is inefficient for the large data set and complex data structure, not stable, meaning it can swap adjacent element in the array. This is the disadvantage of bubble chart. Now we can move to all over conclusion of bubble sort. Bubble sort is a simple sorting algorithm that work by repeatedly swapping adjacent element if they are in the wrong order. It is an inefficient algorithm for large data sets, but it can be useful for smaller data sets or when memory is limited. Thank you.